Get in there, Reds. 3-0 against Brighton. Clean sheet into the fifth round of the FA Cup. Welcome back to the channel. What a win. What a brilliant win. We know that Brighton are a bogey team over the years. They have caused us headaches. But today, this was professional. This was clinical. Yeah, just super proud of this performance from Arne Slot and the boys. This is a competition that is there for the taking, and we took it seriously. On paper, a 3-0 victory just looks like a routine day at the office. However, the scoreline just masks a fascinating tactical battle where Liverpool were forced to improvise due to the defensive injury crisis, especially at the right back position. Without Bradley or Frimpong, and now Wataru Endo, who is out with injury for quite some time. Arne Slot turned Curtis Jones at right back, a decision that not only plugged a gap, but it unlocked a new dimension in Liverpool's attack. We know that Brighton they enjoyed spells of possession. They had most of the ball throughout the night. First few minutes, it was about they had about 70% of the ball. Um, as you can see here, they just had more with 53%. But when we had it in our possession, Liverpool were ruthless in transition. They were structurally superior, and um, all because of the inverted hybrid. Unlike a traditional overlapping fullback, Curtis Jones, he just operated almost exclusively as an extra midfielder when Liverpool had possession. Kanade slid across to form a back three, and Jones tucked into the double six position alongside Alexis McAllister. And that created a box midfield of Jones, Maka, Soboslai, and Wirtz, and that outnumbered Brighton's double pivot. It allowed Liverpool to dominate the central zones and forced Mitoma to defend narrow, neutralising the counter-attack threat. Uh, the opener, uh, yeah, from Curtis Jones. He didn't arrive from the touchline. He arrived late into the box from a central position, ghosting into the back post like a seasoned box-to-box midfielder. And to balance Jones tucking in onto the right, Milos Kerkez, he stayed strictly wide on the left, which stretched Brighton's defence horizontally. Um, Whenever Brighton tucked in to deal with Jones or Wirtz, a quick switch to Kerkez left him one-on-one against the Brighton fullback, a battle he won repeatedly, including the assist for the first goal. We know that football is a game of fine margins. In the 47th minute, with a score at 1-0, Lewis Dunk won a free header from a corner. It looked destined for the bottom corner, but Allison, as good as he is, his reflex save was just world class. Had that gone in, um, we'd be having a different conversation, and Brighton would gain momentum in that one. We've seen that in a number of times this season, but instead, Liverpool survived. We countered, and 4 minutes later, Dominic Soboslai scored the screamer that effectively killed off the game. Just that 5 minute swing was the difference between a nervy cup tie and a comfortable win. Yeah, Dom's such an important player to the team. We know he's often doing the dirty work of pressing without the attacking returns and the off ball work. But I thought today the shackles were off. His positioning with Jones tucking in, that allowed Soboslai to push higher into the right half space. The area between the opposition centre back and full back. And his goal, that strike was just a reminder of his supreme ball striking technique. And it was his movement away from the ball that created the lane for our wingers as well. The third goal, which came from Mohamed Salah, we know he's been through a dry spell, having a down season, but I thought he was absolutely brilliant today. Uh, it was just like seeing the Mo Salah of old. One goal, one assist. He won the penalty by himself. He just looked sharp. He looked hungry, and he looked like he was enjoying football again, which is what we want from Mo. When Mo was smiling, Liverpool are winning. Simple as that. Let's get into the rest of the players. Starting off with Allison, in the first half, didn't have much to do, but he showed his world-class quality when called upon. We talked about his massive save from Lewis Dunk's header. Excuse me. Right after half time, which kept the score at 1-0. And yeah, just a crucial intervention, changed the momentum of the game. Curtis Jones playing out of position at the right back, and he was outstanding, defensively solid against Matoma. And yeah, his midfield instincts paid off. Ghosted into the back post to volley home the opener. And it was just a versatile masterclass from Curtis. And these are the players that you need to keep in your squad. And I just hope we get a new deal for him. Ibrahima Konate, another dominant physical display. I thought he handled the threat of Brighton's attack as well. He was aerially superior and just kept things simple in position, and covered for Jones when he roamed forward. Virgil van Dijk, yeah, standard day in the office for him. Composed on the ball, organised the back line well, and just never looked troubled. Even in the first 5 to 10 minutes when Brighton were just absolutely threatening on the byline. He was just on autopilot in the second half as well. Milos Kerkez, he is my man of the match for this one. Electric performance from him. He just absolutely tormented the Brighton right-hand side all game with his pace and aggression. The cross for Jones's opener was inch perfect, and he was defensively tenacious and a constant outlet in attack. Moving into the midfield, Alexis McAllister, against his former club, but again, just not really at his best. He did control the tempo well in periods, but I just thought he was overshadowed by the energy of his midfield partner in Dominic Soboslai. And it's great to see him back in the side, back to his best football, always providing relentless energy in the middle of the park. And yeah, we talked about his stunning strike for Liverpool's second goal. Goal of the season contender absolutely has to be. And yeah, he's an absolute machine. Can play in 8 different positions in a whole game. He's unbelievable. Such an important player to the team. Mohamed Salah, which we talked about as well, got himself a goal, got himself an assist, just looked hungry from kickoff. Yeah, just looks back to his sharpest and playing his best football as well, and still one of the better Premier League wingers at the moment. Even though he's having a down season, he's, like I said before, when Mo was smiling, Liverpool were playing well, and that's what we want from him. Hopefully, in the second half of the season, we see more of these numbers. Florian Wirtz, I bloody forgot about Florian Wirtz. My apologies. Yeah, another off day from him. I thought, yeah, he just struggled a bit to find the space in the pockets, and I thought his touch, he let his touch down a few times. It just looked a little bit leggy, and I thought he was rightfully subbed off early in the match. We know he's has got better in recent form, but yeah, just not his best day in the office. Cody Gakpo, yeah, moving on back to the attackers. Yeah, had a goal disallowed for offside. Linked the play well at times, but I just thought he lacked a clinical edge. His movement was okay, created some spaces for others, but yeah, he's just lacking that killer instinct. And I thought Ria Engamoa's 5 minutes were more impactful than Cody. Federico Chiesa is another player that works hard, but just lacks quality in that final third. Didn't really impact the game and just struggled. Yeah, quiet evening from him, and quite honestly, just disappointing as this was an opportunity for him to take the game by the scruff of the neck. Moving on to the subs, Joe Gomez. Yeah, came in, did his job, seeing out the game, solid and reliable as always. Hugo Katike. Yeah, I guess he came on for just some minutes in the legs. Didn't have enough time to make a major impact, and that's fine. I think honestly, we didn't really need him in this one. Could have just rested for the full game. This young fella here, Ria Egamoa, yeah, just looked lively, and he actually put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, just unlucky for it to be called offside. But yeah, he just shows great promise every time he steps onto the pitch, and hopefully this is a sign for the manager to give this bloke more minutes. Cody Gakpo, I said it in my starting 11 video the other day. We know Cody's limitations when he's on the pitch, but you've just got a young lad like Rio who's sitting on the bench for 80 minutes, busting to get a run. Like, yeah, if he's not getting starts in Premier League games, surely FA Cup matches, like. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm not the manager, and I'm just a Liverpool fan with an opinion. Speaking of players who I've been calling to get into the side, Calvin Ramsey, he made an appearance, but yeah, just came on in junk time along with Trey Naoni as well. Yeah, too late to make an impact. But yeah, hopefully we see him at some stage of the season as well with Trey. Before I wrap this up, I want to leave you all with this thought. We've had our ups and downs this season, no doubt about it. We know that the league is all said and done. Two-horse race between Arsenal and Man City. We know how brutal the Champions League can be as well. But after watching that performance, I'm telling you right now, the FA Cup is there for the taking. We need silverware. We demand silverware at this football club. And looking at the way the bracket is opening up, if we approach every game with this level of seriousness, there is absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be walking up these steps at Wembley in May. You know, people talk about transition seasons. I don't buy it. You win the FA Cup, and suddenly the history books don't care about the drop points in November. You put a trophy in the cabinet, and the vibes change completely. You know, this competition is massive for us right now. If we are serious about saving this season, about making it a success rather than a what if, we can go all in on the FA Cup. We've got the squad, and as we saw today, we've got the fight. Let me know in the comments who was your man of the match and who do you want us to face in the next round of the FA Cup. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. It helps the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, up the Reds. See you all in the next one.